Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel for day 1174 of our daily content grind, and because it is Thanksgiving here in the United States, I know if you're in Canada, it was last month, I hope it was a good day. If you are not from the States, I hope your Thursday's gone well. Point being, yeah, it's a day of thanks here in the country, and I kind of did this last year, kind of did like what I was thankful for. Decided to do it again. I decided that it is time to do this again, and we're just kind of gonna go over what I'm thankful for this year in the realm of Transformers and beyond, because I've been doing a lot of things. I got to do a lot of things this year, thanks to a lot of people, and I really do want to highlight that. I really do want to bring it up. So we're going to start with just the Transformer stuff for the year that I am thankful for. And it's not going to be stuff as simple as, oh, well, I'm thankful that we finally got, like, a Deathsaurus released. Or I'm thankful that, I'm thankful that this and that character finally got a toy. Nothing that's superficial. I want to go over, like, some of the bigger things, like the fact that Transformers 1 happened this year. And I'm thankful for this movie because before this, it really was hard to have a Transformers movie I just wanted to sit down and show a friend of mine. Like the uninitiated people in my life who don't know Transformers. This was something that I get to show them now. That I can just like set them aside, sit them down and go, hey, take a look. This is Transformers. And they don't need to know 2 seasons worth of a cartoon in order to pick up on what's going on. It's not the Bayverse stuff that feels completely different and isn't going to be for everybody. And frankly, I want to know if they're going to jive with what I like. So having a Transformers movie that's far more into the realm of what I enjoy out of Transformers, that's kind of important to me. So I'm very, very thankful that we have Transformers 1 for that. I wish the movie had succeeded more. It underperformed, officially. But I think it's going to be one of those movies that lasts through a test of time because it is such a good introduction to the franchise. You sit them down, they watch an hour and 40 minutes of animated fun, and they pretty much know where the franchise sits. They know about Energon. They know about the rivalry of Optimus Prime and Megatron. They know about the rise of the Decepticons, etc., etc. They even get to learn the origin with Primus the 13 and all that. It's a homogenized, simplified version, but it lets you introduce people to the fandom, and I think that's going to make the movie one of those things that we get to show new fans of this franchise over and over and over again. That I think is important. I'm thankful for the opposite end of the spectrum, where the Skybound comics tell a far more mature story for the grown-up Transformer fans, and it has been a fantastic bit of story work. I really like the new twist. Like, right out of the gate, this comic book killed off Bumblebee before he even got a line. That's solely to tell you, hey, this is what this is going to be about. We're not going to tell the exact same story, and they delivered it right away. It sets up very much like the 84 cartoon. And then it does something completely new right off the bat. And then it just goes into directions the original cartoon could have never gone in. It's a mature story. It's telling like grown-up versions of these characters. You've got more complex and nuanced characters. You see more complexity to Optimus Prime. Where he's facing a lot of difficult decisions already in these books. And, he's learning things about like Earth and living there that none of the other Optimus Primes were ever shown learning. And then, the Decepticons, who are far more brutal and tactful than they ever were, even without Megatron. It's just doing so much heavy lifting. It's doing such a good job as a story. Like, this is like the IDW 2.0 kind of killed my love of Transformer comics. This comic is bringing it back. This comic's bringing it back hard. So it's good that we have a new set of comics that we can enjoy. I am thankful for Earthspark still being around. Yes, it's officially canceled. Yes, we are getting a brand new cartoon sometime next year. But I'm thankful for this one for a few reasons. Number one, it's telling a new story with new characters, which is what this franchise desperately needs to try and build new characters and try to tell new stories. It isn't just Autobots and Decepticons crash on Earth or looking for Energon / Matrix / Allspark / what MacGuffin do you have for me this time? It's doing something different, and it's a very enjoyable different. Also, this is the first time I've actually had to sit and watch a brand new Transformer series with a friend of mine, and that has been a lot of fun. We look forward to any new batch of episodes dropping so that we can just pick a day, hang out, and just binge it together, and it's a lot of fun. Now, this is not an invitation to start attacking this show. If you do not like it, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. It's not everyone's taste. It's not everyone's type of content. Don't come in here trying to yuck somebody's yums. Do not come in here just to bash on something that everybody else is trying to enjoy. Don't be that guy who has to make everyone very much aware of how much you dislike something, when we're in a space where we're trying to be positive. Don't do that here. If you have valid criticisms, that's perfectly fine. If you're just going to come in and yell about it being woke, I'm not going to allow that. So try to keep it calm, try to keep it mellow, okay? You're adult. A lot of you are grown-ups. I have some teens and even kids watching, but like most of you, this is a channel for adult collectors. Please show some maturity. I am thankful for these three. I have been critical of the Pulse streams in the past because they are so far behind what the leakers are showing us, and we already know everything that's going to come out. It's very rare when they surprise us. But that said, that's not the fault of these three. You can tell how much they enjoy their jobs. You can tell how much that they enjoy what they do, and that they are fans themselves. And that is such an important thing. And I appreciate that the people that are the face of the Transformers corporate brand are actually just geeks themselves. They are us, and it's better. It creates this better connection, is what it does. And these guys are very approachable on social media, which is also really refreshing from how Hasbro used to be in the past. So I think we've made good strides there. I'm glad that we've got these three that come talk to us about new Transformers once in a while, and you can bug them on Instagram, and they're cool with it. They were actually far more open with doing interviews and things too. I've never inquired because I always assume I'm on a Hasbro blacklist somewhere. There's things that they do that I get left out of, and I'm like, man, I've been doing this for a long time. Really, I have been included in this. That's fine though. I'm perfectly okay with that position. I just don't want to I don't want to contact them and have that officially go yeah, you're the plastic addict guy. We're not gonna do business with you. I'm sorry. But no, I am thankful to these three. And to be fair, lately the streams have actually shown off new stuff. They've actually been better about it. So more credit to them. It's even that end of it is improving. And as long as we're talking about Transformer shows like this, I am thankful for my podcast crew, Chris and Aaron. Now, I didn't do this last year. I should have done this last year. We have been talking Transformers together for over 15 years now, some ridiculous number. You can see the episode titles. We're midway through the 600s. And we don't do the podcast as often as we used to. We used to do this used to be weekly when we had a bunch of hosts, and then we did it bi-weekly when it came down for a while, and now it's just whenever our adult lives happen to line up. But it's still fun to get together, talk some Transformers, sharing what we got, what we're thinking of what's going on in the brand right now. And just I'm thankful we still get to do it. I'm thankful that we still have this platform to where we actually get to talk to people and talk about Transformers together, because it's such a different vibe than me just sitting here alone talking to a webcam and just hoping that somebody on the other end in the comment section responds to me. So if you've never checked out the WTF and TFW podcast at TFW 2005, please go do so. As you can see, we are behind. But there are new episodes edited on the way. It's more just less like everyone's been busy. Everyone has been busy. So it doesn't happen as often as it does, but I'm still thankful that it gets to happen. And I guess that brings me into the people in my life that I am thankful for as well. And first and foremost, if we're going to go into the people in my life I'm thankful for this year, I have to start with my girlfriend. So we've both been having a rough time this year. Like, I'm not going to lie. I've been going through some mental stuff. And she has done everything she can to pull me out of it and keep my head up and keep me looking forward. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. I would literally fall apart if it wasn't for her. And I try to do the same when she's having a bad day, when things are going wrong. Like, I do everything I can to try and pull her out and get her looking on the bright side and just try to get her to be happy again. And I wouldn't be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to hold myself together and keep doing what I'm doing and keep striving to do more if she was not motivating me in my life. So sometimes she watches, sometimes she doesn't. She's not a huge Transformers fan. She'll watch some of the movies and she watched Beast Wars, but like she's not into it the way that you and I are into it. But every now and then she pops in. So if you're listening, I love you. Thank you for being part of my life. Don't ever not be in my life. If we move on from there, I guess my D&D crew comes next. So this was organized by Gob, who, because this is a shot of the player characters in the D&D game, he's not in the shot. But Gob is one of my best friends in real life. I've known him a long time now. This just started off just like meeting him at a free RPG day at a local gaming shop. And we've just been having these adventures in fantasy worlds together ever since. And he put this group together, like completely just like on his own. He just decided he picked the people he vibed with. Right? And I don't know, it's just, there's something magical to a D&D group that gets together and we just all vibe with each other. Everyone just clicks. I've hung out with all of these people individually and I've enjoyed my time with all of them. I have my late night crew in Scarlet and Ruby, the players for Pain and Drana, who will. I'm a night owl, so there are nights where we will just stay after the game and we'll just be talking till past 3 a.m, and it's been fantastic. Some of us play games together, some of us just kind of hang out and just talk every now and then, and it is wonderful. I love these people. I love this crew. I love this crew enough that this crew gave me the opportunity to do things this year that I've never gotten to do. For instance, going to TwitchCon, and everyone wondered, why did I go to TwitchCon? And like half of it was just because I know so many streamers now. I know so many content creators who go to this show, and I wanted to meet them. And it all just seemed like such a perfect place for our crew to get together. And it was. It's a fantastic time. I do want to go back at some point. And it was just, I'm incredibly thankful that they were all down for this. So when we were originally talking about getting together, getting the entire D&D group together in person for the first time, it's difficult to try and pin down a location. 3 of us are in Florida, but Florida is very inhospitable to one of our players, so we didn't want to endanger them. So, we're kind of floating around other options, and I said, well, TwitchCon's kind of in that area of time we're talking about, that give us a chance to meet streamer friends and kind of, like, network a little bit. So that was me who pitched the idea of TwitchCon, and I'm glad everyone was on board for it. It was just amazing to go on the adventure with everybody. The adventures continued that week. We went to TwitchCon, but we also took a day to go to the San Diego Zoo, which was a fantastic time. This was an absolute blast to go on. I'm sorry to the half of my crew that I said, we've only got one link to this left. I know everyone else is exhausted, but if you're down, I want to go around the one last bend so we can go see polar bears. And then the polar bears we saw were all just tired and exhausted. No one was swimming around. Nothing was really going on. It was just like, yeah, they're just, one was asleep and one was pacing outside one of the cages. I'm sorry we had to go up the hill for that. But no, it's an experience I wouldn't trade for the world. I'm thrilled that I actually got to go on it. I'm thrilled that they were along for the ride. And then me and Gob got some extra time in LA, so we ended up in Little Tokyo. And this is a special little section of Little Tokyo for me. My friend Matt, who I went to see in 2022, and you know, we because he's in Arizona, so we did a road trip all the way out to California. In order to do more than one thing. We did a bunch of things out there. One of the things that he wanted to show me was Little Tokyo, because he never, I'm the tourist. He's been before. He likes the place. So we walk and browse around Little Tokyo, and it's amazing. The shops are as authentic as you can get. There's gashapon machines shop, like plaza thing. There is authentic restaurants. There is like a Japanese toy store. And it works like a Japanese toy store. It's all trade-in stuff. It's all imports, Gundam models, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, lots of things that are really, really cool. Every time I go there, I spend way too much. But looking at this, it was great for me because I had the opportunity to take Gob around here the way Matt took me around. And I got to be the tour guide. Not only just getting to be in a place I honestly didn't think I'd ever get to return to, but just also to share that experience with somebody new, and to have Matt's perspective of this is new eyes seeing a place that's this cool. That was fantastic, and I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to do that. And I need to also thank Ruby from the game. I also need to thank Ruby because she was the local. A lot of what we got to do in LA, in general in California, was because of her being so cool and helping us out. Thank you very much, Ruby. I owe you forever. Thank you so much. And we're gonna we'll do a couple last ones here, just really quick. I'm thankful for Blue Sky. And I know this is just a cheap little plug for my Blue Sky account, which is almost at 1,000 followers. 18 of you, pop in. But no, it's just so nice to have a place where I can actually communicate and respond to my audience, and and just talk to you guys. A little bit more one-to-one, without you having to go and pitch into Patreon to join the Discord, or going through a whole bunch of the toxicity that Twitter has become. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna be posting much on Twitter these days, enough to keep the account active. But honestly, I wanna be in a place where I don't have to dodge a whole bunch of mental landmines. This is just so much more relaxed. It's friendlier. It's just more sociable, which is what social media is supposed to be. So it's becoming my preferred social media. It really is. So I'm thankful that I have a place where I can actually communicate with you guys without it being just a toxic nightmare. So I'm thankful for that. And last but not least, I am thankful to everyone who has been very patient with the Project Starcatcher. This one has taken way longer than I ever assumed it would take. I thought it would be out this year. It's looking like it won't be until early next year. And I'm hoping that's not. I'm hoping that is a correct estimate at this point, because there's still a lot that needs to be done. But I am thankful to your patience. I'm also thankful to everyone who's been involved with this project. There are a bunch of people that have been helping me and doing a lot of the work behind the scenes. There are artists, there are musicians, there are voice actors. This is, I'm gonna tell you that so you have some idea of what the project is, because I've been teasing it this long. You deserve to know a little bit about what the project encompasses. It's a lot. it's big. And it's like literally the biggest thing I've done in a long time. Maybe the biggest thing I've ever done. Because this is going to be something completely different from me. But I'm hoping that you are still along for the ride. If you don't watch until the credits, shame on you. Because the credits now have a brand new teaser that I'm really happy with how that turned out. And it gives you a little bit more idea of what's to come. But yeah, I'm thankful for everyone who has been eagerly anticipating this and has not gotten fed up with it yet. Promise you, it is on the way. But it is that kind of project where I really need it to be 100% my vision before I bring it out. Because I want you to have the full effect, and I really want you to like see the vision that I have. So it's only going to happen when I'm 100% ready for it to happen. We're like 70% of the way there. I could technically show it off now, but it would be underwhelming. You know, I want to do it when it's overwhelming. So I guess that's it. I guess that is my thanks for the year. As we look at the Optimus Prime balloon from various fairs. And I'm just now noticing all the handlers are in Optimus Prime costumes. It starts getting creepy. So, thank you everyone for watching. I am, of course, thankful for all of you. Your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, your Patreon, your whatever you do to interact with this channel. I am thankful for it because it allows me to do what I do. It allows me to keep doing these daily videos for you. It allows me to continue enjoying this fandom, this hobby. Yeah, it's doing a lot for me. It's thanks to you guys that, you know, like, you've seen like a lot more like sponsor stuff on this. Like, I'm working with a lot more companies than I used to. I'm getting ready. The next one you're going to see is literally the biggest company I have ever worked with. And it's all thanks to you guys coming back, watching, hitting like, hitting subscribe, and showing that you are there and that my brand is worth investing in. And I thank you all for that. You are literally improving my life every time you click like or every time you hit subscribe. So thank you very much for it. And with that, I am going to pop off. We've got Dungeons and Dragons tonight with the crew that I mentioned. 9 p.m. Eastern at the Gob the Goblin Twitch channel. Come check us out. And I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.
Analysis complete. Adapting translators to local language.
Are you out there?